Hello and welcome to the 15th round of the second Man on 5 film Toribash tournament. I'm nearly legal and counting the days tonight are wafer thin, razor sharp. It's Waffman. And the result of two or more somethings, it's Hybridtori. So without further ado, let's get to it. And here we have it, Hybridtori versus Waffman, a brown belt versus a second dan black belt. Not a massive gap, but I would say it seems a little bit on one side, but I wouldn't say this is totally set in stone just yet. I'm a little bit croaky because I've recorded a lot today, but hopefully that won't be too distracting. Okay, let's see what these two players are going to open with here. We have Hybridtori on the right. I guess I panned around there when I wasn't actually concentrating. Hybridtori on the left here going for a, I don't want to say aggressive or defensive. That just kind of looks like a... I don't even know how to describe that. That's, yeah, okay, it's a little bit more of an aggressive opener. Waffman on the right, actually weirdly mirroring the same opener, which is weird because we've not seen a lot of that. Okay, both players a little bit off balance there. Waffman definitely in the air, but I don't think Hybrid here is going to be able to get his legs back on the ground. Yeah, this is actually a really interesting opener. Both players aren't really at any kind of advantage. I couldn't think about a word that then. Neither one of these players seem to be at any kind of advantage. There's some banter going on in the chat that keeps distracting me. Okay, so depending on how this goes down, I guess, again, either player really could have the advantage here. If Waffman on top here decides to spin around, he could really throw Hybrid into the ground. That being said, Hybrid could quite easily throw Waffman out of the arena now that he's in the air. This could still go either way. This is a surprisingly well-matched match. Okay, I'd say, provided he knows what he's doing, Hybrid here has a sizable advantage now. All he really has to do is contract both those legs, and in theory, he should flip Waffman into the ground with not much Waffman can do to stop it. I got there in the end, guys. Hope you don't mind. I'd still say it's any man's game, but Hybrid here definitely has a pretty big advantage. Doesn't appear to be going for the slam, but it doesn't look like that's going to matter too much. Waffman's trying desperately to get his leg back down. I think he's going to do that, but it might be a little, sort of too little too late. He's kind of off balance and about to go onto his back. Still, though, I mean, you know, there are players who can reverse that. I keep getting distracted. I'm trying to read the chat while also playing, although it doesn't seem to have moved, and I'm an idiot. Okay, Waffman does get his leg down, which is a very, very nice save, but I really don't think it's going to do a lot. He's probably going to try and get his right leg down as well, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that without tapping out. It'll be interesting to see, and one hell of a recovery if he does. I can't speak today, guys. I'm really sorry. It'll be one hell of a recovery if he manages to get his legs down, even if he can't. Wow! Okay, I know it's over. I know Waffman's going to lose this round. There's nothing he can do about that. But that was hanging on by the skin of his teeth there. That was awesome. It's a shame, but still really good. And Hybridtori wins the first round 1-0, and we move on to our second mod. Okay, now, after that Aikido weird opener that both players presented there, I'm actually really unsure what's going to happen in this Twin Swords. I mean, I don't know. It didn't look like either one of those openers was really that well planned, so I imagine Twin Swords is actually going to be the mod where these two players shine, you know? Not that they didn't know what they were doing. I mean, that fight went longer than a lot of ours, including that awesome recovery, not reversal. Okay, so Waffman here making a swing that misses, and Hybrid making a swing that misses. It's going to be one of those rounds in Twin Swords, apparently. One that's not over in the first couple of frames, which is always good. That's probably my one grievance with Twin Swords, which is why we probably won't be selecting it for future tournaments. It can be over just so quickly, you know, that one hit. But I'm delighted to see that that's not happening this time. So we have Hybrid here on the right. I guess just trying to regain his balance to make sure he doesn't fly out of the arena. Waffman, I mean, I can't say it for sure, but he looks like he's lining up to dive into him. That could be incredible. Did not realize Steam audio was on, my bad. Looks like he may be hitting that dive just a little bit to the left. I mean, it definitely was a very good attempt to try and dive into Hybrid. That could have been very, very, very cool, but apparently he's gone a little bit to the left. He could still land the hit quite easily, but it's not going to be as cool as it probably could have been. But in the tournament, it's not about cool, it's about winning. 0 points apiece, no hits from either player yet. Oh, wow, well, that changed very quickly, didn't it? Okay, we have Hybrid's head and arm cut off. Not Hybrid. Wait, is it Hybrid? No, it's Waffman. Waffman's head and arm cut off. This could very well be his swan song with Hybrid winning 2-0. Although, you never know, stuff can happen. Just gonna go ahead and kick the scrub, and there we go. Okay. I don't know. It looks like he's pulled it back around. I was a little bit worried that Hybrid might be on his way out due to the momentum, but he's pulled it back around. Yeah, it's looking like Waffman might be on his way out. He could still land this. It's not quite over yet, but it's not looking good for him. He is missing his head and arm after all, so I think it's going to come down to a couple more turns. I mean, if it's, in terms of points, Hybrid is winning by quite a lot, and there we have it. Hybrid wins 2-0. My condolences to Waffman. Put up hell of a fight, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Hybrid wins 2-0 and will advance to the second wave. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please subscribe. I'll be back. I didn't say that correctly at all. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe. I'll be back next week, hopefully a bit more energized. I've recorded a lot of rounds today. My apologies. And yeah, we'll be back with the final round of Wave 1 next week, or next time, whenever this comes out. And we'll move on to Wave 2. So, check back then. Bye, guys.